right, we are live. So, can you tell us your name, please?
Nancy Altschuler.
And you are?
Steve Altschuler.
So, your mum and dad to this very handsome young man here. What's his name?
James Stephen Altschuler.
Okay, and this story is about him, everybody. Here he is again. One more photograph I have of him here. And that you say is just a few days before he passed away.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about this. So, 5 Modernas. So we can safely say he was not an anti-vaxxer.
Correct.
No.
No. He wanted us to have the vaccinations as well.
Did you?
No.
So you both did not get them. Why didn't
No.
you get it?
Well, I almost did, but something happened and I couldn't do it because I wanted to continue coaching. I'm a coach, retired teacher.
What kind of coach?
I coach a lacrosse team, girls lacrosse team, but high school. But that was also the time when I was looking at the clinical trials and the study the data, real world data, and I was realizing that there was something very wrong. So I chose not to after that.
And you as well.
Right. Right.
Now
I just didn't want to be involved with all the aftermath. At first it was because I just don't like vaccinations, period. But then it was very quickly realized how bad this really was. And the kids kept telling us that we were, in that age bracket where we should have it. But, we didn't. I just, no.
So you've got 4 children, and all of them took the shot.
No, he took the most. Our other son is vaccinated. Daughter is not. Youngest is partially vaccinated because she wants to. She's a teacher.
Okay. So your son took 5 Moderna.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And did you start to see him getting unwell, or was he fine?
He
Nope.
was fine.
We didn't see anything, and we were in conversation with him, all during this time. It wasn't like we didn't have contact with our son.
Was he a fit individual?
He was
Yeah,
very fit,
extremely.
very athletic,
He ran the
very
Turkey Trot
motivated
Marathon
to be
before.
healthy and in shape and great shape. He ran in not a marathon, but
Well, the Turkey Trot was like a half marathon, and then he did a triathlon in October.
yeah.
So okay. All right. So when did he have his last Moderna? And he had a flu shot that day as well, you think?
October 28th,
So October 28th,
23.
2023. So really not that
Very
far.
raw, yeah.
Very raw. Okay.
Mhm.
He had 1 Moderna and 1 flu shot.
Yes.
And then did he do the run after that?
Yes.
So he ran the
Thanksgiving.
marathon.
oh, yeah. Yeah.
Thanksgiving weekend.
And then how long after the marathon did he pass away?
3 days, 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was Tuesday. That was Thanksgiving morning, and it was the following Tuesday that we're very sure that he had the event. We didn't find him until Friday.
So you found him in his home?
Mhm.
Were
He had been decorating his Christmas tree.
Were you together?
No, he was living in San Diego, but I talked to him on Monday.
What was the cause of death?
Ruptured aortic aneurysm.
That's what the medical examiner has given us. We've got
The
nothing
initial.
else since.
And what makes you, it's a really silly question, but I'm going to ask it anyway, so it's coming from you. What makes you think it was the 5 Modernas, 1 flu shot that contributed to this, caused this?
Well, when he was getting ready to go in and have the shot, we happened to be talking on the phone right before, and he went and he was like, "Mom, I got to get going. I've got an appointment to go take the vaccination, and just think of me and keep me in your prayers, because I am realizing that people are having effects, and I'd be a perfect candidate for that effect because of his health and running and his physical well-being. You know, he was very, very conscientious of his health and health concerns. So then after that, about Veterans Day weekend, he started, in our conversations, he started talking about how he was realizing that he had a rapid heart rate, and was looking into that and trying to understand where that was coming from, but never really did.
So if he knew that this was happening, why? Was it because of his work that he had to go and have these shots? Do you
No.
understand?
We don't
No.
think so.
He just felt he needed to?
Yeah, because I really...
I'm not judging him, by the way. I'm just
No,
trying to
I
sort of
know.
understand.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, I don't know if he ever had to because of work. It was because he wanted to, because James was, oddly enough, as in incredible shape as he was, and healthy, and loved life, did it very, very well, loved by many, many people. He actually was really afraid of being sick. And so I think a lot of the reason why he wanted to be vaccinated was so that he wouldn't get sick and experience all the travesty and the stories that were coming out about people with COVID.
So young.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's what supposedly vaccines do, right? They're supposed to prevent unhealthy results, you know. Of course, we know that's not true. But
He also did have COVID, I think it was a year and a half ago, though. You know, he had
So even though he had 5 Modernas, he still had COVID.
he still got COVID. Yeah, he did.
What about his siblings? How are they coping?
It's very, very hard. Very hard. We're all in shock.
Because it was October, you said.
He had the shot in October. He had
Late
the
October.
event right after Thanksgiving. We had all been
November.
together for Thanksgiving, and it was like 2 days, the Tuesday after
It's
Thanksgiving.
only 4 months ago. So
Right.
Mhm.
We're on day 115.
that's what mothers.
So, yeah. Yeah. So.
Has it made his siblings rethink vaccinations now? Are they looking at possible effects, or are we not there yet?
Because they're all adults, I'm really not going there with them too much. I mean, our eldest is not vaccinated at all. In fact, she's the one that notified us that you were going to be in town here.
And how's
So,
her health? Does she have any heart issues?
well, she's pregnant, and she has an issue where she was possibly going to have an intrauterine transfusion, and has been very, very concerned about getting cross-contaminated blood during the transfusion. So she's been working very hard and diligently at making sure that she's well covered if she does have to have a transfusion. But she's doing healthy, very, very healthy otherwise. So,
So you've had a tough time, haven't you?
yeah,
My
yeah,
goodness,
yeah.
How are you coping? I mean, it's a silly question.
Well, our faith, you know, it's hard to believe that he's not with us. At Christmas morning was really, really hard, because he was always the joyful one that wanted to wrap the biggest present for somebody and loved the nieces and nephews. And within the last year of his life, we were talking several times a week, and it's just so hard to believe that he's gone. He literally is everybody's fun uncle, Funkle James is,
Munkle.
yeah. So he And he loved that name, you know. And he was that way with everybody in the neighborhood. So the entire neighborhood, when they found him, was it was very, very upsetting. Very upsetting. So, you know, in terms of us, I'm still in shock, you know, that he's even gone. I keep hoping that he'll just pop in and just say that he's been on a long vacation, you know.
It's really brave of you to come. It's only been 4 months. Come and sit here and tell the story. What do you want people to learn from your son's experience, death?
Don't take that shot.
Yeah, be careful, be advised. You know, be aware, and think about taking the shot over adverse reactions to the disease itself. Oh my gosh, it's hard because when I hear about all those commercials that are still on TV, it makes me want to cry, because these people they're getting these shots because they think that it's what the commercials are saying. They're hearing that evidence. They're not hearing the other side.
A significant number of people are being hurt, and
yeah,
that's being ignored and covered up. That's terrible.
Yeah.
So we're speaking
and not
it.
Listening.
We're letting it out.
Have you reported his death following vaccination to the vaccine adverse event?
We have turned in an application to VAERS, and we have heard from them back. They've actually been kind of kind in their response. And it was very quick.
So he's logged in and reported.
So.
Well, I know the viewers will be sending so much love to you both. And I mean, it's just, again, thank you for coming. It's so raw for you.
Well, thank you for what you're doing.
Yeah, thank you for being here to
We're
help
going to
us.
put this handsome picture here with his dog. That's his
That's
dog?
Big Red.
Big Red. We have a dog called Big Red.
Yeah,
That's funny.
he's wonderful.
Who's
They're
got
best
have you
friends.
got the dog now?
No, his wife does.
Okay. All right, we're going to put this picture of him up on the bus, and again, as I can't see the comments from our viewers, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of love coming out to you right now.
Thank you.
So feel it, and thank you for warning the world about what happened to your beautiful son.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Autism destroys families, and more importantly, it destroys our greatest resource, which are our children.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
pledged to find out what is driving the country's rise in autism.
Compiling medical records from a number of databases. He'll direct resources to study environmental factors, exposures, and external factors.
Scientific progress on this has been slow because scientists are frankly scared to ask the question.
Genes don't cause epidemics. You need an environmental toxin, and we're going to look at all the potential culprits.
With no a priori thumb on the scale, you can't look at that.
I'm very grateful to the Secretary for finally saying from an important public platform that this is an epidemic and we need to find the causes and we need to stop it.
Other issues CHC has been pushing for years are finally gaining mainstream traction.
Today we're announcing we are removing industry members, pharma members from FDA advisory committees.
We're seeing reports that you're considering removing the COVID vaccine as a mandatory shot for children.
The recommendation for children was always dubious. The vaccine itself does have profound risk of myocarditis, pericarditis, even strokes.
Very, 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 very few people are still taking these things. In that sense, the mRNA vaccines for COVID in the marketplace are effectively dead.
We are working together to change the federal fluoride recommendations, and we're looking at the science now. There's a direct inverse correlation between fluoride exposure and low IQ in children.
Health officials announced plans to phase out 8 artificial dyes from our food supply.
The FDA is effectively removing all petroleum-based food dyes from the U.S. food supply.
We don't have a surveillance system that actually works, and that is a crime. And we will do that right away. And I understand the perverse incentives that need to be changed right away.
When there's a political will to answer a question like this, it will happen.
We're going to change things for real this time.